having their relay festival, their anniversary relay festival, and since then it's been a roller coaster. We've had several things happening both at the school level and of course across the Department of Administrative Education. And so we are going to continue with the calendar of events for this school term, our track and field events. As I said, we've had a few sports meets and they will continue. We have coming up tomorrow, the Gingerland Secondary School will have their 50th anniversary sports day, and that will take place at the Mondo track starting at 2 p.m. Charlestown Primary will have their sports day on Wednesday, 22nd February. Then on the following day, the 23rd, we'll see EPPS. On the 28th, we'll have Nevis Academy. On the 2nd of March, we'll see Joycean Library Primary, followed the next day by the Ivor Waters Primary School on the 3rd. Then we will have on the 7th, St. James Primary and Modcross Preschool will also have their meet at the ETW Park. March 8th, St. Thomas's Primary will have their meet. March 9th, VNJ's Preschool. March 10th, VOJN Primary and Gingerland Preschool and Montessori Academy will have their meets as well on that day. Montessori Academy will have theirs at the Bath playing field, and Gingerland Preschool will have theirs on their school grounds. VOJN will also have theirs on their school grounds. March 11th and 12th, Nevis High School's Championship, and that will take sponsored by the Bank of Nevis. And I'll take a pause for a cause to say thank you once again to the Bank of Nevis for sponsoring this very important meet. We know that there is a federal high school championship, but there is great merit in giving a larger number of our students the opportunity to compete with their peers on the via the Nevis High School's Championship. And so we want to commend the Bank of Nevis for the investment, and we know it's a 2-day event, so it's March 11th and 12th. Cicely Brown Integrated will have their meet on March 14th, and let me tell you, listeners, this is the place to be. I love the meet held by Cicely Brown Integrated. We see our children getting great opportunities, and as we think about the fact that many of the children who attend the Cicely Brown Integrated School and who have attended over the years have had the opportunity to travel to places unseen by many of us and places we will never see. They've been to Dubai, they've been to all over the place to compete via the Special Olympics, and so we give them the equal chance as well for their sports meet, and it is an exciting affair, and I encourage all to support the Cicely Brown Integrated School as they have their meet on March 14th. On March 16th, we'll see Modcross Prep having their meet at the Nevis Athletic Stadium. March 17th, Ines France, and they use the grounds above the St. Thomas's Primary School. Vernon Luke Preschool will have their meet at their school grounds on March 20th. St. John's Preschool, Bath Playing Field on March 21st. Combermere Preschool, March 23rd. March 28th, Charlestown Preschool, Bath Playing Field. April 5th. Nevis Primary School's Championship, and that will bring our local calendar to a close. There are a few other meets scheduled for later down in the season. There's one on May 7th. That's the Inter-Primary Relay Championship. Remember last year we traveled to St. Kitts. We took some students to St. Kitts. Charlestown Primary emerged the winner, and they competed against all of the other primary schools in the Federation, and then we had a few other schools. We have Ivor Walters, St. Thomas's Primary, and Joycean Library Primary entering teams as well, and so we're looking forward to that relay championship, which should be coming up shortly. And so that's an idea, that's a synopsis of what can be expected in relation to the primary school and secondary school calendar for the rest of the season. We also know that we have a few scholarships open, and it would be remiss of me if I didn't take a moment out just to remind you. I will not get to read all of the information, but just to remind you that we have a few scholarships still open, and it is always in our students' best interest to pursue these financial opportunities. It is, I think, of utmost importance that we access them, because the truth is that if you do not have to spend money on your tertiary education or your postgraduate education, it is of tremendous help. And so we know that there is a current call open for the Romanian scholarship. That one closes out this Wednesday. So we have been speaking about this for a few months. This Wednesday, the Romanian scholarship closes out. You should be complete. You should have completed all of your documents. You should have had your documents signed. It is an excellent scholarship. It covers registration, admission fees, tuition, monthly allowance and accommodation, medical assistance, and transportation. So that's a good bit of support. And of course, you'll have to study the Romanian language for 1 year before studying the actual program, but please make sure you log on to NIA Scholarships to get more information. If you need to get your things together this weekend, never best practice, but if you need to do that so you can access that scholarship. Apply to all of them. They say aim for the stars and you reach the sky. Apply for all of them and you should be successful in at least one. We also have currently open the OAS scholarship, and that one is for applicants who have already completed a portion of their study. So it is for applicants should have been enrolled in the program and should be eligible for graduation within 2 academic years, or those who have already completed 1 year of their graduate studies can also apply. Okay, and this one covers tuition and mandatory fees, health insurance, monthly complimentary subsistence allowance, round-trip air ticket, books, and study material, and it is for a total of 10,000 US, or maximum of 10,000 US, for a minimum of 1 year, but no more than 2 years. So if you're already in a graduate program and you're graduating within 2 years, you can apply. An undergraduate program. If you're in a graduate program, same applies. If you have 2 years left, you can also apply for that scholarship. The Taiwan MOFA and ICDF scholarships, the ICDF application process has already closed out. However, the MOFA scholarship is still open and will be open until Wednesday. So just like the Romanian scholarship, for the Taiwan MOFA scholarship, you have until Wednesday to get that done. And of course the financial assistance from the NIA, that goes until February 31st. March 31st. February doesn't have a 31st. March 31st, Friday, March 31st, so you can reach out to the Ministry of Human Resources. And just a final reminder that the UVI scholarships are also currently open, and that process will close out on March 30th. So you have a lot of open opportunities, listeners, and we hope that you will take advantage of them. We have another grand activity coming up from the Department of Education, and we'll hear a bit about it after we take a short break. We'll be right back.
Sugar City St. Kitts, keep it sweet. Keep listening to Vaughn.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know, we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past it quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's Youth on the Go. Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. The storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the Go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, Youth on the Go. Whoa,
right, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning to all of our radio listeners and viewers via Von Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel, and welcome to this edition of Youth on the Go here on Von Radio. I am Zahnela Claxton from the Department of Education, and I am here with you on Saturdays. We share information, updates, activities as much as we can, especially as it relates to our students and our children. And so we are, of course, on the third Saturday, so at the bottom of the hour we'll transition to the ECCB Children's Connection Program, and we'll be joined by co-host Zahnela, and we'll be talking to our dear friend Oliver. We'll have lots of fun, so get your children up and ready to learn about the best financial practices and all of those things that we do on the ECCB Children's Connection Program. This segment, though, we will focus predominantly on an event that is happening on Saturday. This Saturday evening, there is a big event which should be happening and will be happening for our students here, our primary and secondary school students, and we will have a call in a few from the lead person on that activity, so that we can hear a bit about it. We'll get some information about what will be happening as soon as we get her in, and she will share with us. I'll announce her when she comes. We also have coming up on the Wednesday following that, the 1st, I won't be back with you before, the 1st of March, we will be having an activity with the Early Childhood Development Unit at the Department of Education. Our preschoolers will be having a Black History concert on March 1st at NEPAC at 5:15. So look out for those posters, and we'll be happy to share. But we have one of my colleagues at the Department of Education on the line, and I will give her the chance to introduce herself, and then we'll go from there. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Miss Claxton.
All right, go ahead and introduce yourself so everyone knows who we're talking to, because I didn't introduce you.
All right. Hello, everyone in Radio Land. I am Miss Chanel Pemberton, and Education Officer at the Department of Education.
All right, and so Miss Pemberton, you're here to tell everybody far, near and far, and wide too, about an upcoming event we're having next Saturday, 1 week from today. The countdown is on. So tell us a bit about what will be happening. That's the first thing, because I didn't tell them that either. It's a secret.
Okay, so hold on to your socks, everyone. We are going to be having a Black History elocution contest on Saturday, 25th February, and it starts at 6:15 p.m. at the Nevis Performing Arts Center. Elocution contest, you may ask. It's just a form of our students gracing the stage and reciting different pieces to, expose themselves to eloquent speaking and giving them that confident boost that they need to stand in front of an audience and present themselves. Now, for this initiative that we're undertaking, we have chosen to focus on our local history, because you will understand that February is Black History Month, and as a part of our celebrations, we thought it best to focus on something local. In the past, we have looked at American history and African history and other persons' history, but we felt that zeroing in on our local Nivision history was important for us to do this year. And as a result of that, our pieces, the actual pieces that the students will be reciting on the night, they are taken from our local Nivision calypsos. Now, we find that our students are not too exposed to this, to the calypso music in Nevis, and we find that it's a genre that is very popular here, but again, our students do not know much about it. So our event is kind of twofold. We want to have them to have that experience on stage, but still expose them to what goes on in the calypso genre in Nevis. Now, some persons may hear calypso and their mind may go down a different road, but we were very mindful to ensure that the pieces that we chose were all tasteful and child-friendly, and something that will be edifying to our students as well. So we want you to come on out on the evening, February 25th, and see our students in action. Just to let everyone know, all of the schools will be participating. So the 10 primary schools on Nevis, they will be participating. So come on out and rep your school. The high schools, same way, the 3 high schools will be participating in this event. So it promises to be a wonderful evening.
And Ms. Pemberton, I know you say hold on to your socks, and I could not think of a better analogy, especially with the chill factor at nights. So I think some people might still be holding on to their socks, even though we're well into the morning. But I want you to hold on to your socks for a moment, because we did not tell them the cost. I mean, we're trying to tell them to come out. We did not tell them the cost for getting in.
Well, if they're already holding on to their socks, they will be happy to know that it is free of charge. We are not having an entrance fee, so everyone can come out and be a part of this lovely event. We don't want you to worry about finding coins or papers to get in. Just come on out and see our students in action. Pretty often we find that, we have all sorts of events that children participate in, and the community is not very well involved because, timing, it may be during the daytime and stuff along that line. So we thought, hey, we want everyone to be a part of this, so we're having it in the evening so that everyone can come out, and we made it easy for you to get in. You do not have to pay.
All right, Ms. Pemberton, I know that for our children, for our students, they might not have a frame of reference as it relates to elocution. In fact, when we try to think about the last time we can think of seeing or hearing, it has been about maybe 2 decades-ish, about there.
Yes.
So it's been a while, and so many of our students might not have a frame of reference, but our adults do. And so we know that our adults have the concept of elocution as the traditional approach, and the very structured approach. And if they took note of the theme when you spoke, the theme is on our calypso. So what can they expect or brace themselves for in terms of that? Something that might not be the norm, but there is a rationale behind.
Okay, so traditionally, when we think of an elocution contest, we think of persons going to the stage and reciting poems. And as we would say here in Nevis, we want them to talk proper English or standard English. We know that for elocution, you have to be expressive, you have to be clear, you have to have proper pronunciation. However, for this event, because we are focusing on local Nevisian calypsos, there will be some element of the Nevisian dialect sprinkled through each of those pieces, because most of us are aware when our calypsonians write their songs, there is some level of dialect that is included. So on the night of the event, yes, it is an elocution contest, and we are expecting our students to present in a certain manner, but if you hear a dialect word coming through, it doesn't mean that they did something wrong or they are going against the rules of the competition. Again, it's Black History Month, and we are exposing our students to our culture. And an important part of our culture, believe it or not, is our local Nevisian dialect. So that will be coming through in the various calypso pieces that we are presenting. So look out for that.
And I appreciate you sharing that, Ms. Pemberton, because you and I both know that we can both code switch at the snap of a finger, and
Right.
and we want our public to understand that there is absolutely nothing wrong with our students being able to embrace that component of our culture. The way we speak is part of who we are as well. And of course, for years, we allow them to write dialect as in conversation when they do their essays, their composition pieces. They are allowed to write it in. And our enhanced curriculum also gives way for embracing our local culture and our dialect as well. And so they should be able to do it with as much eloquence and as much enthusiasm and confidence and clarity, like you said, that we would expect in the presentation of the standard English. Ms. Pemberton, it's the event, of course, sounds so exciting. There's one more component that I want you to share with our audience, so they know that we've really given them almost a full meal, but we need to add some dessert.
Yes. Okay. So for the dessert, for the toppings, we will have a few performances throughout the night. Again, it's all about exposure. We will have a local Calypsonian performing. We won't say who it is. We want you to come on out and, see who that person is. We will also have some live music from one of our local string bands, renowned string bands. And this too is something that our students are kind of unfamiliar with. So in the spirit of getting everybody involved in our culture, we thought, our string bands are pretty awesome. So they too will be a part of the event. We will also have a nice little opening number that showcases some of the talents of some of our other students who, will be gracing the stage on that night. So you're not just getting an elocution contest or a poetry contest. You are getting a full buffet meal on that evening, something that can be received by everyone or every type of person in our community. So it promises to be an exciting event, and I want everyone to come on out and, be a part of it and embrace what we're doing and help our children to excel.
Ms. Pemberton, I know that we told them it's free, but we want them to bring a little bit of change in their pockets because there will be
a bar. We will have a little sale going on, so when your tummies get hungry, you can step outside and purchase something. Remember, there's no eating in the auditorium, but there's the courtyard that will be there, and the bar will be on hand. You can buy a nice little drink. You may get a hot dog. So walk with at least $20. The event is free, but we still want you to patronize in other forms. So our bar will be open so that you can have a little snack during the event.
Ms. Pemberton, I am so excited. We've got our socks on, so we know we're going to be warm. Make sure you wear them on the night. We have our full course meal, starting, of course, with the appetizer. The appetizer is going to be so hot. I know by the time the appetizer is done, when it's time to go into the main course, I don't know. They'll have to make some room, and then they'll have to make some extra room because nobody ever wants to miss out on dessert. This event is going to be off the chain. If the young people still say that, I don't think they do. Lit. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit with the fire signs. Yes, emojis. Ms. Pemberton, thank you so much for sharing. And of course, we encourage everyone to come on out and persons look out for the flyer, look out for the other promotional activities throughout the week. Thank you, Ms. Pemberton, and we look forward to hearing and seeing more of you leading up to the competition and on competition night.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a good day, everyone.
All right, listeners, I hope that you got a full understanding of what will be happening, but most of all, we hope to see you there. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll be back with the ECCB Children's Connection program.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past it quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's youth on the go. Youth on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. With storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Whoa, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go over to ECCB Children's Connection.
Put
and welcome to the ECCB Children's Connection Program. I'm your host, Zahnela Claxton, and I have with me our ECCB Children's Connection co-host,
Zahnela. Good morning, everyone.
All right, Zahnela, we are so excited to be back with everyone today on another ECCB Children's Connection program, and I have a question for you, Zahnela. If faced with the following scenario, what would you do? You have to listen to the scenario. I want listeners to listen as well so that they can think about what they would do. You used your allowance to purchase a game from a store for $20. Then you decide that you want to sell it to your friends. 3 of your friends want to buy it. One offers $10, one offers $20, and the other offers $30. To which friend would you sell?
To the friend that's offering $30.
I'm sure you didn't stop to think. Why would you sell it to that person?
Because I'm getting more money.
Oh, wow.
I'm getting more than what I bought it for.
All right. Interesting. And well, I was thinking more breaking even, but interesting. Let's take a quick break, and Zahnela, when we come back, we're going to discuss a very fun topic on how businesses make money, and we'll talk a bit about your decision as well to sell your game for $30 to your friend. Today, you will need to have your pencils and notepads ready, listeners, because we're going to have fun. And we're going to do some simple arithmetic, and that just means we're going to do some math. So you need your pencils and you need to have your paper.
Everybody's favorite subject.
Everybody's favorite subject. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Connecting our children of our EC region with good information and excellent mentoring. They started us early and making it easy to manage our money and make a real good living. They're linking the children with excellent mentoring.
And welcome back to the ECCB Children's Connection program, a program produced by the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. Today we're going to talk about how businesses make money. Businesses have to buy or produce goods to sell. They also have to pay their bills, like loans to the banks, salaries to their employees, electricity, internet services, water service, and so many others. To do so, they have to make a profit. Before we went on break, Zahnela told us that she would sell the game to her friend for $30 whole. So, Zahnela, you said that you would sell for $30 whole. Can you tell us again why you would sell that friend and not the others?
Because that friend would be offering more than what I bought it for. Like $10 more, and you could do a lot with $10 extra.
All right, Zahnela, that's true. You can do a lot with $10 extra, and we talked about how businesses make a profit. Even though you weren't managing a business in the scenario, you technically were able to make a profit. And so when businesses sell their goods and services, they have to take into consideration. They have to think about the price they paid to produce it or purchase it based on what they had to do to get it. They do that to decide how much they must charge their customers for the goods or service in order to make what we call a profit. Okay? Zahnela, have you ever heard about a profit before?
Yes, I have.
Okay, do you have any idea? And I think we can use some context clues as well to talk about what profit means.
Well, I learned this in agricultural science. I learned that the profit is when your expenditure, the money you spend on your stuff for the business, is less than your income, the money that you get from those produce.
Okay, so the money that you spend is less than the money that you get, or the money that you get is more than the money that you spend. All right. Okay, that's a good, I think, analogy and explanation. And I love the fact that every time we talk about something, you have a reference in school based on something you learned in class, and that teaches us children that what we learn in school can be applied to any part of our lives. We just kind of have to be alert, keep our eyes and ears and minds open, and we will be able to apply them. Okay? So, in other words, a profit is the money a business has left after it has paid all of its expenses from the income it receives from selling its products. So let me say it again. The profit is the money a business has left over after it's paid all of its expenses from the income it's received from selling its product. Okay? So remember, we talked about some of the expenses before. The expenses may include the bills, salaries, the raw materials they had to buy to make the product if they had to make a product to sell. For example, we're coming up onto Good Friday, and what's the most popular thing for Good Friday?
Kite
Making and kites, right? And everybody wants to go fly their kites on Good Friday. So if you decide to make homemade kites to sell to your friends, and you spend $15 to make one kite, and then you sell the kite for $25, you make a profit of $10. So Ajerne, do you understand how I got the $10 profit?
Yes, I do.
What did I do?
You subtracted 15 from 25 to get your $10.
Perfect. With our 15 being the money
we spent to make the kite, and the $25 being the money that you sold the kite for.
Perfect. So you have a $10 difference, which is the profit. The profit is the amount you receive when you sell the product minus the amount you spent to buy it or make it. The amount you sell the item is called the selling price, and the amount that you paid for the item is called the cost price. So we're learning a lot of new terms. We have profit, we have the selling price, we have the cost price. Okay? To find your profit, it is the selling price minus the cost price, just like we just said. In our example with the kite, the selling price is $25 minus the cost price, which was $15, and we got the profit of $10. So, Ajerne, we are going to repeat together for our listening friends, just in case they missed it. All right? Ready?
The profit is the amount you receive when you sell the product minus the amount you spent to buy or make it.
Perfect. So let's go. It's the selling price minus the cost price gives us the profit. Let's go again.
The selling price minus the cost price gives us the profit.
For our viewers on Facebook, our viewers on YouTube, we want you to take a look at the screen, because it gives you the mathematical version of it. They give you the selling price, then we have the minus or subtraction sign, we have the cost price, and then we have the equal sign, and that tells us how we get to the profit. So don't forget to, for those who are looking at the screen, to take a look, and that will be able to help you. Great. So we're going to do some practice. Pencils out, paper out. I'm going to give you some examples, and you're going to calculate the profit. Are you ready, Ajerne?
Yes, we are.
Are you ready at home? I heard them. They said yes. Awesome. All right. So, number 1. Pencils out, paper out. Let's go. You paid $5 to make a hair bow. You sold it to your classmate for $6. What is your profit? I'm going to give my dun 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 dun. What is your profit, Ajerne?
Your profit is $1.
$1. And how did we get that? What was the calculation?
Your selling price Your selling price minus your cost price equals to your profit.
And in this case, our selling price was
$5, and our cost price was $6.
All right. Our selling price was $6, and our cost price was $5, and the profit is $1. Okay, let's go again. You paid $10 for a ball. You sold it to your cousin for $15. What was your profit? Let's go again, listeners, and think about it. Let's figure out, first of all, what's our selling price. Then we'll figure out what's our cost price. Then we'll figure out our profit. Okay? Selling price minus cost price gives us our profit. That was my hint. You paid $10 for a ball. You sold it to your cousin for $15. What was your profit? What's your profit, Ajane?
$5.
$5. You know, in some when you're on the playground, they might say, "You're ripping me off," but no, you're just doing business. Okay. Your selling price being $15. The cost price, how much you paid for it, $10, and that gives you a $5 profit. The vendor at your school paid $3, and this happens in real life, to make a bag of sweet popcorn. She sells the bag at $6. What is her profit? What's her profit?
$3.
$3. Once again, a formula is selling price
minus our cost price equals to our profit.
Perfect. Okay, so students, you have to make sure that you use the formula to calculate each one, and that will help you as you go along. And some of you want to be entrepreneurs, so you have to understand the concept of making a profit. Sometimes we want to go into business and we're going to go into lose, and we don't want to lose. We want to make a profit. Businesses try their best to ensure that they always make a profit when they sell their products. If they sell their products for less than what they paid for them or what it cost them to make the product, they will make what we call a loss. L-O-S-S. Okay? L-O-S-S. And that's because they are losing money when they sell for less than their cost price. Let's look at an example. A small shop pays $50 for a pair of sneakers. It sold the sneakers on sale for $30. Did the shop make a profit?
No, they did not.
Why not?
Well, because the sneakers that they stole cost $30, but when they bought it, it was $50. So they lost the money.
How much did they lose?
They lost $20.
And nobody wants to go into lose, as I said, because that means that you're footing the bill, as we would say, out of pocket. Okay? So they did not make a profit because the selling price was less than what you paid for the sneakers. She may make a loss, and the amount that was lost, like we said in this case, was $20. So that means that the small shopkeeper will have to pay that $20 out of pocket. Okay? Do you see why businesses try their best not to make a loss and always to make a profit, Ajane?
Yes, I do.
All right. And if businesses make a loss, they will be losing money and they won't be able to pay their employees. They won't be able to pay their bills, children. They will not be able to buy or make more products to sell either. As a result, they may have to close down, and this is not good for the economy, the society, because if they close down, people will be out of work. So making a profit when you are a business owner is very, very, very important. Let's do a quick recap with our friends of what we just learned.
Okay, profit is the money a business makes after it sells its products and pays its expenses. Profit is the money a business makes after it sells its products and pays its expenses.
Perfect. I hope they took note. We're going to talk about a loss. A loss is what a business makes, or doesn't, I guess, if it sells its products at a lower price than the cost price. A loss is what a business makes if it sells its products at a lower price than the cost price.
Okay. A selling price is the price the customer pays when they purchase from the business. Selling price is the price the customer pays when they purchase from the business.
Cost price is the amount the business pays when they purchase or make the product to sell. The cost price is the amount the business pays when they purchase or make the product to sell.
Profit is important to businesses because that's how they make money to pay their bills, including the employees' salaries. Profit is important to businesses because that's how they make money to pay their bills, including employees' salaries.
Awesome. Okay, so now that you learned all this fun stuff, let's take a break and come back to see how much you remember.
Connecting the children of our EC region with good information and excellent mentoring. They started us early and making it easy to manage our money and make a real good living. They're linking the children with excellent mentoring.
All right, welcome back everyone, and let's see if our friends remember what we learned today about profit journey and how important it is for businesses. We're asking our friends to call us at 869-469-1616 or 469-1700 or 1700 for a chance to win some fun prizes or compliments the ECCB, which you will have to collect at the Department of Education. All you have to do is to be the first one to answer one of the questions, and Ajane is going to read all of the 5 questions for us, and you'll call in and let us know which one you are trying to answer.
Question number 1. What is profit? Question number 1. What is profit? Question number 2. What is loss? Question number 2. What is loss? Number 3. True or false? A business makes a profit when its selling price is more than its cost price. True or false? A business makes a profit when its selling price is more than its cost price. Number 4. True or false? A business can close down if it continuously fails to make a profit. True or false? A business can close down if it continuously fails to make a profit. Number 5. Your mom spends $5 to make a cake. She sells it at $8. How much is her profit? Your mom spends $5 to make a cake. She sells it at $8. How much is her profit?
And we have some options for them, Ajane, for the last question.
Is her profit A, $2, B, $3, or C, $4? A, $2, B, $3, or C, $4?
All right, and we have 5 questions on the table. All you have to do is call us, tell us which question you want to answer, and we will allow you the opportunity to, we'll reread that question for you and allow you the opportunity to answer. Numbers to call: 469-1616, 469-1700. Ajane, we can go ahead and reread the questions because I'm sure that maybe we might have had a little question overload. So let's see if we have the persons who can tell us any one of these questions. You just call, say the number, and then we will reread the question for you.
Okay, number 1. What is profit? Number 2. What is loss? Number 3. True or false? A business makes a profit when its selling price is more than its cost price. Number 4. True or false? A business can close down if it continuously fails to make a profit. And number 5. Your mom spends $5 to make a cake. She sells it for $8. How much is her profit? A, $2, B, $3, or C, $4?
All right, we have a caller.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Which question do you want to answer? I'm sorry?
Number 2.
Number 3.
Number 3. True or false? A business makes a profit when its selling price is more than its cost price.
The answer is true.
That is correct.
And what is your name?
Zachary Charles.
Okay, you're going to have to help me with your first name, okay? Spell it for me.
Zakari.
Okay, Zachary Charles. What school do you attend?
Yes, yes.
Gingerland Secondary?
Yes.
Okay, and what form are you in?
Farm 1.
All right. Zachary, you can get your prize at the Department of Education. And congratulations, you're correct.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We have a few minutes and we want to get some more questions in. So listeners, congratulations to Zachary. Jakari. Oh, sorry. Congratulations to Jakari. And we want to hear from some more of you. Tell us, we have questions 1, 2, 4, and 5 left. Tell us which one you want to answer. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Which question would you like to answer?
Number 4.
Number 4. True or false? A business can close down if it continuously fails to make a profit.
True.
That is correct. What's your name?
Carlos Connor.
Okay.
What school do you attend? Carlos, what school do you attend?
Oh, Charleston Primary.
Okay, what grade are you in?
Grade 6.
Okay, so you can get your prize at the Department of Education, okay?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. Have a great week. Okay, so we have questions 1, 2, and 5 left. 469-1616, 469-1700. And we just have a few minutes because we have to go meet our friend Ajerne. So we don't have a lot of time. Callers, we're going to give it a few more seconds, and we're going to go over to Oliver. And if we have to come back to get the rest of the answers, we will. But we want to get Oliver in. So let's go on over. Listeners, you did a great job, callers. And while the others are thinking, we're going over to our wise word for the day with our wise friend, Oliver.
Well, what do you know? My good friends at the ECCB have come back to visit me. Hello, my name is Oliver. And as usual, I have a very important wise word for you. This word is caring. Yes, and it means displaying kindness and concern for others. Boys and girls today need to be caring. Life is so much better when people care for others. Now, back to your host.
Journey, we always love our friend Oliver. Our wise word for today is a special word. Caring is displaying kindness and concern for others. We are never too old, too young, too big, or too small to care for others. Let's listen to a short story which tells us more about this. Ajane, please read the story to our listening friends.
The Lion and the Mouse. Once upon a time, a mouse got too close to a lion. The lion was about to eat the mouse. "Spare me!" cried the mouse, "and someday I will repay your kindness." The lion let the mouse go, although he couldn't imagine how such a tiny creature could ever help him. One day, the lion was caught in a hunter's net. He roared in misery. The little mouse heard his cry and came and chewed up the ropes of the net. The lion was then free.
Thanks for such a great story, Ajani. The lion first showed that he had a caring heart when he spared the mouse's life. We all think lions are big, strong, scary animals that would not care about a hurting small animal like a mouse. Also, we would never expect a little mouse to save a lion's life. However, we are all capable of caring and being kind to each other. It doesn't matter who we are. What do you think the world would be like without caring, a journey?
Well, it would be worse than how it is now because a lot of people are losing their care. Every day we hear that somebody dies, not because of old age or because of sicknesses, but because of violence. Because nobody cares right now for anyone. You're lucky if you find someone who cares about you enough to spare you. If there was no care in this world, I believe that everybody would be dead by now and the world would actually end.
Wow. So we don't want that day of no caring to come. And if we all care for each other, the world would definitely, like you said, be a much better place. For example, if we show appreciation for our planet today and take care of it, we are showing that we care about the people who will be here after we're not here, after we're gone. You should also make sure that you care even when people are not watching. For example, not throw trash in the schoolyard or on the street if you think that no one will see you. Also, use a trash can. This shows that you care about everyone having a clean and attractive environment to live in. As Journey, we've come to the end of another ECCB Children's Connection program, and we are so happy that you and all of our listeners were able to join us today. We learned a lot about profit and the importance of caring. So until we meet again, I am your host, Zahnela Claxton.
And I am your co-host, Ajani Hodge.
Let's talk to you again soon, but until then, remember to keep caring for others and
stay connected.